Hey there everyone, my name is Monkey Shot, and I'm from the guys over games. Back with some more Halo 3 ODST. Heck yeah, where are we going? It's actually been a little bit because I just haven't had a chance to record in a while, but we're just gonna have some fun. As always, I really do love this game. Alright, Kikowani Station. I actually forgot we already did the sniper holdout. I kind of forgot because it's been a bit. I was like, is this the sniper part or the next one? Kind of a funny thing I was thinking about too is that since I swapped the order of Kazinga Boulevard and Oni Alpha Site, if you swap the order of those two specifically, then you end up with a perfect mix of alternating between infantry and vehicle focus levels every level, essentially, right? Because those are the only two like missions where you end up doing, you know, multiple of the same kind of mission in a row. And it's kind of funny. Uh-oh. Listen, just ignore me. It's fine.
Fast, accurate diagnosis, or your money back.
It's okay. You don't need to shoot me. I'm just a dude trucking along. There's no sniper jackals. Uh-oh. This is a dead end. I kind of forgot where I was going. But yeah, it's kind of funny how perfectly you end up with like a mix of everything every level. That is a sniper jackal who just like rapid fired my butt to death. Okay, of course there's another one. Why wouldn't there fucking be? Okay, well, I tried to do things by just running towards them, and now we're gonna tell them all to go suck a tree. That one jackal took out my some of my stamina. That's funny. Alright, I guess he took me down. Oh! Jeez, is that one of the sniper jackals? I'm not even sure. Who knows? I wanted to bring this up too because I kind of offhandedly mentioned how like there's a common consensus that you're kind of a tank in this game compared to Halo 3 because you do have, at least at full health, you do have, you know, you have slightly more shields and actually a fair bit more health. But if you know anything about Halo, you know that that's not the whole picture. There are some other aspects that change how that works. What the? Well, now I'm spooked. He's gone. The sniper jackal has vanished. He could be anywhere now. But, so, as you know, damage types are a big thing with Halo, at least in the campaigns. Maybe not so much in multiplayer, since you're mostly just shooting one person. So there's not that many, like, distinct, like, things like that. But, even in multiplayer, you know, there's still the matter of, like, certain weapons are good for shields, so they end up being good support weapons. Like a plasma rifle is a good weapon to just take down someone's shields, right? And what have you. Is that a thing? Nope. All that jazz, you know. And I had to focus there because I really didn't want to miss those shots. So, as I'm sure you know, damage types are a big thing in Halo. Well, I guess I should say in Halo 2 and 3 specifically, like the players always use the same damage types as elites. Right? So in Halo 2, Dervish, Master Chief and Elites all have the same like damage or like I guess armor types. They're you know, I mentioned that a bit. So in Halo 2 and 3 you use the armor types energy shield thin. Why can't I say that? Energy shield thin for your shields, and then hard metal thin for your underlying body armor. Right? That's always been how it goes. I think Halo 3 actually added a specific extra one that's like energy shield thin player specifically to use on for like use with a tilt skull. Actually, the tilt skull, when you turn on tilt skull in Halo 3, and I think in Halo 3 ODST as well, energy weapons actually do more damage to your health only, not to the enemy, which is something a lot of people don't actually know, because that's like a very specific thing. But I digress. In this game, you still use energy shield thin for your stamina like armor type, but your underlying health is actually using thick organic thick, or no, organic tough, which is historically been the armor type used by brutes. Brutes tend to use that. And then some other minor things. There's a lot of random things in the environment that may or may not use certain types of like material types, but obviously if they don't actually have health, then it doesn't really make much of a difference. It mostly just changes how like they're like they might react to certain things, like the sounds they'll make and like the visual effects they'll make. But that's technically a slightly different system and not related to armor types. Armor types just use the same, like they're in the same system, but where's the thing? Yeah, here it is. So in this game you use tough organic for your body armor. And because you use tough organic instead of hard metal thin, there's a couple big things that change. So first of all, you take a little bit more damage from energy weapons than you would otherwise, because energy like hard metal thin only takes 35% damage from plasma weapons, whereas tough organic uses, it takes 50%. So even though you have more health, you actually take more damage from energy weapons regardless once you like down to your health anyway. So it's not as big a difference for that. Funny enough, there's actually a huge one, which is that bullets, like the slower bullet weapons, also do 50%, whereas hard metal thin normally takes full damage from like SMGs and whatnot. That obviously doesn't matter much for campaign because you're never being shot by that kind of thing, but it does matter for flood fight. Funny enough, flood fight actually makes that matter. Figures, huh? Kind of one of those funny little quirks.
Between us and that phantom, what do you think?
Whoa. That guy's dying wish was to blow up his own phantom. Where's the squid? There's the floating squid. Wow, why did it just blow up instantly? The big thing that changes with the armor types is explosions. Explosions normally do half damage to Master Chief, and starting in Halo 3. In Halo 2, actually, they only did half damage to your shields. But in Halo... did I say Halo 2? That's what I meant. Halo 2, they only did half damage to your shields, but starting in Halo 3, they do half damage to you, period. Whether it's your shields or health.
Looks like you left your manners back on Coral.
In ODST, however, they do full damage to your underlying health. So you actually take more damage from explosions even with like almost double health. The explosions essentially do more damage to you. Like you can take less explosion damage in this game than you can in Halo 3 essentially. Despite like having almost double the health. There's a couple other like minor differences, but for the most part they don't really matter. Nice double shot. I'll take it. Anyways, I mean, they give you 2 sniper rifles here, so this is what you do, because like, why not? Okay, I have to actually turn the thing off. The jackal shields I forgot are so bright when you're shooting. How am I missing this guy? Do you see this? Like, I can't... I'm shooting where the thing's glowing. Like, fuck. It's, like, impossible to see, though, I guess. I'm not gonna bother giving Mickey a different gun, because, like, he's gonna get into the Phantom anyways. Everyone, I mean, I say everyone, but there's the funny little thing where, like, even though when he jumps into the Phantom, he always shoots the Brute inside with the SMG, regardless. I'll take a Brute shot. You don't do much on foot fighting on this mission anyways.
Here goes nothing.
Woo! Speaking of grenade. Alright. Like, just take a listen when he jumps in there. Wow, you can barely hear it from here, actually. Alright. They give you a sniper rifle, so it's... In fact, they give you two. It's by far the easiest way to do this part. Like, you might as well just sit back and snipe them. You get 2 full beam rifles, which... Remember that in Halo 3, they have 20 shots at full battery in campaign. So, yeah, there's, like, no reason not to. Anyways... One thing they did change a ton in this game is the Banshee. The Banshee is, like, almost completely different compared to Halo 3. It behaves a lot more like, I guess, Halo 1. Where it can fly very slowly forward, and you can also kind of... It's kind of like Halo 2 with some Halo 1 aspects to it, I guess it's more like, because you can't straight up go backwards, but you can kind of hover on the spot by just going left and right like this. Which does help. The fuel rod shot also goes like almost perfectly straight. It has very little gravity, but I think that might also be kind of a byproduct because the Hunter cannon does the same thing. Or it actually might be the opposite. I think they use different projectiles technically. I'm actually not 100% on. I don't remember. But regardless, the fuel rod shot goes almost perfectly straight. So, like, you can actually, like, snipe with it compared to Halo 2. You also, unfortunately, can't do that trick where in Halo 2, if you, like, do an up flip and then immediately do a side flip, you carry your momentum into the side flip. This game puts, like, an extra bit of delay on that, so you can't... Alright, who's taking up my time? There you go, these guys. Okay. Right, yeah, the guys. Actually, since I'm here, I was gonna use the fuel rod cannon, but why not grab these fuel rods? There is one on-foot section, notably, so it's a good idea to carry some heavy weapons regardless.
Coming through the tunnel. That's the way we're headed. Take them out.
Alright, you got a band. This, I feel like this aerial part is... Compared to other aerial sections, that's a lot more manageable in Legendary. And part of it does help that you have an allied Phantom with you. Sort of like in the Arbiter, where like they're good at being both a wall, but also just like a distraction in general. Like, they'll just shoot at the Phantom instead of you at times, which really helps. It also helps that, you know, in this game, they're kind of, like, enemy vehicles are kind of dodgy at times. Like, it's still the same problem that sometimes they'll just kind of snipe you out of your seat, but, like, you know, like, the Banshees don't really have that problem as much. Banshees really like to just fly around and do nothing. Alright, shoot this engineer. Screw that guy. Engineers, I think I already mentioned, they have absurd levels of shielding. Did they just get stuck? Also, I forgot there's a rate here, jeez. Thankfully, plasma weapons still do full damage, even the vehicle ones, so you can just shoot this guy. If you have Cowbell on, it's kind of funny, because he'll just float away very quickly from just the force of your shots. Alright. Are they good? Okay, I was gonna say, like, I thought it looked like they were stuck. I think they were, but, like, they kind of fixed themselves. That's funny. Boop, 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 boop.
Look at that. I think we found us a squid house.
And this area has a ton of these engineers. But yeah, the Banshee in this game is quite fun to fly, actually. I think it's honestly an improvement over the Halo 3 Banshee. Halo 3 Banshee, I think, suffers from, like, it feels too, like, you have to fly forward, basically, no matter what. At least this one lets you kind of go side to side. Oh, so we missed the squid house. Damn it, they went straight into that. It is also pretty huge to fly around. You don't really need to use most of it, but there is a lot of extra flying space. Ow, 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 ow. Okay. I mean, it's a good tip because eventually, if your Banshee gets beat up enough, one of them will tell you to get out and, like, get a new Banshee, because they're bringing attention to the fact that, yes, when your Banshee's beat up, you do actually take more damage. What's funny about the squid group is that because they're all around each other, they give each other extra shielding as well, so they're extra tough when you have multiple engineers. Well, so you can see that even with the Banshee bomb being low gravity, it's surprisingly hard to hit. Anyways, might as well show this off. I'm sure most people know about this, but if you fly up high enough...
A whole lot of Covenant gathering around the crater from that slip space rupture. I wonder what they're looking for.
I bet the captain would have known.
Yeah, I bet you're right.
You can get a nice view over there and get some extra dialogue, which is nice. Anyways. Is this the door that doesn't open? I don't think so. I think that's the next area, right? Yeah.
Door's open. I'll go first. Roger that. Follow your lead.
Carbines are pretty nasty, so even in the Banshee, they can kind of do some work to you. Luckily, the low gravity shot is pretty nice for shooting the Phantom. Anyways, let's blow up the squid house. Boom! Yes! Kaboom! Still a very satisfying looking explosion. What's this section? I know it's the anti-air raid on the right here. Oh! And apparently up here, I forgot there's one on Legendary up here. But yeah, we just got that nice dialogue about how we should GTFO, basically. Which I will go ahead and do in a second. Thankfully, they actually help you blow up this anti-air raid generally, because they, if you're a little quick about it, they won't bother going over here. But if you just kind of hang back, they'll help you blow that up. So you don't have to worry about it. I forgot there's like a bunch here on Legendary, actually. I think on normal there's only the one there, but on Legendary I guess they add a bunch extra. Which, I mean, makes sense. I'm honestly surprised this is like this is the first time. I guess in Halo 3 has the one part in the Hornet. I guess to be fair, that's just because Halo 3 has barely any air fighting. At least this game you get a whole mission dedicated to it. Like, look how tough they are. They just take us so many shots. Oh! Get out of here. I'll take the ammo, though. We're about to go inside, so this will be good. I'll have a full flak cannon for him. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Where's the Easter egg? I'm sure that if you played enough of this game, you know that there's the one Easter egg where in one of these little corner spots you can like go and like find a thing. Man, it's so dark back here. You can there's like a little dancing thing of, well, it was Marty. I think they actually changed it in MCC to what's his face, the community manager guy who I don't even remember his name. Frank O'Connor? Is that his name? I'm not sure how I feel about the fact that they changed it. Like, I think I'm gonna guess that they changed it for like they didn't want to have like, I don't even know. Like, I'm not even sure what, because I don't think they changed the Jason Jones thing in 2 and 3 where he's just naked in his underwear. Might as well do this.
Reloading.
Damn, that takes 3 shots. Well, that's fine. Now we get some slightly eerie music in here.
All right.
Might as well use the. Oh, that's the beat map, right? I forgot. This is secretly like a secondary sniping mission at this rate. They give you like a bunch of extra sniper rifles in both the infantry parts. And I want to hang back because I'm pretty sure there's a chieftain here. And he will mess you up. There's also camo boots. And of course there's an engineer. We get a little too aggressive. This is like the one mission you actually see a lot of engineers. Like, it's funny that it's like a plot point in the game, but Buck doesn't really see any until this point. There's none in any of the other missions except on like the streets either, right?
Welcome to Earth. I don't like it so far.
No, get on the box. Come on. There we go. Okay, where's that engineer? There's gonna be camo guys back here. I swear? Maybe not. No, there must be. Because isn't there a chieftain here too? There we go. Okay, back off. Because that engineer's about to blow up, and they do a pretty, like I've already mentioned, they do a fair bit of splash damage, so they might actually, like, there we go. Okay, these guys are just being really, like, defensive. Usually they're not that far back. Boom! Okay. I mean, as long as their shields are gone, that's good enough. Because once their shields are gone, I can pretty much just do, like, anything. Take that, box man. What? Oh, look at this guy. Uh-oh.
Give me a sec, and okay.
Ugh. Oof. We're good. All right. Spicy meatball. They actually give you a flak cannon over here? I totally forgot this was here. Oh! Imagine that guy killed me after all that. Also, imagine I shot that as like for fun and then it splattered me. I mean, yeah, what do you expect? The cop near with a shotgun, poor guy. Alright, I think you can go back for your Banshee if you want. It's honestly not a bad idea on Legendary because obviously you walk through here and it's like, oh, I see.
Troopers, I got bad news.
Oh, what? You really are gonna make us walk out of this city?
We got a scarab right by our exit.
This is the best mission ever.
Yeah, I don't blame him for complaining. This scarab is pretty nasty, actually. Oh! Die! Alright. The nice thing about the low gravity is you can kind of do this. Ooh! Let me just get you out of there. You can kind of snipe the legs from far away. Whoopsies.
Cover me! Reloading!
Like, let's actually see where those shots end up hitting. It looks like I have to aim a little higher up. Oh, we got some damage, though. Alright. Because obviously if you take out its legs before you approach, like, well, the problem you'll have is that you'll try to get into a Banshee and they'll get blown away. There we go. That's honestly a great strategy. Like, there's these Banshees over here that are out of the way, but still kind of a pain. Oh, see? Alright. I mean, I don't need to kill these guys, but, like, they're there. Clearly, I need to screw myself here. Owie! I'm hurting.
Knock out its legs and it'll
Yeah, I know! I'm shooting the leg. Did you not see me shooting the leg? It's just like tanking it. Ouch! There we go. Okay. No, do not go in the water. Ow! It's wiggling around so much I can barely get the shot off. You can just obviously jump on top of it
Shoot it in the ass.
if you want to, but... Although, honestly, on Legendary, it might even be a good idea to do that. Because, like, it really does take a lot of damage. See, this is my only problem with this scarab. Is sometimes, like, look at what I'm doing here. I'm just shooting it and nothing... Like, it doesn't seem to really react. Like, sometimes it just does not seem to want to react to anything you're doing. Like, I'm doing damage, because look. It went down eventually, but sometimes it's just like, it just feels like you're not doing anything. There we go, alright. Thank you and good night. Okay, get out of there! Owie! Alright. And that's pretty much it. Pull up the rest of the squids.
Head into the tunnel before another one shows up.
There we go. Connection lost. I mean, yeah, I get why that says that, but it's funny to see that. Alright. It wants to push this button. I'm gonna take a look. Did we get a checkpoint when I hit this door? I want to quickly check one of the sides to see if I can find... I forget if it's... Like, it's in one of these areas. I just don't remember which one is the problem. But I might just end it here then.
Gunny, this way. Let's get out of here.
There's the checkpoint. Alright.
Damn. We hit the squid jackpot. Take him out, Gunny, so we can get through.
Let's see
Stay clear!
here.
This is gonna be one hell of a chain reaction!
Yeah. They're just talking about me blowing up the squid houses, and I'm just like flying around over here. Yeah, I don't remember where it is. I kind of wanted to, if I really wanted to find it, I should have looked it up beforehand, but, you know, it is what it is, right? because it's in a bit of an awkward spot. I don't think it's just another thing like this. It might be. It's like on like a little like slope like this. And by the way, in case you're wondering, yes, if you fly down into the water, you die. There's no mercy for the downtrodden. I don't know why I phrased it like that, but it felt right, you know. All right, anyways. Kaboom! Boom! Anyways. And obviously, once you finish all of the flashback missions, kind of a funny detail about this. Well, maybe not a funny detail, but like a nice detail about this, obviously, is the fact that since you can do these last 4 missions in any order, essentially each one has to have a different cutscene for this, because when you finish right, Veronica like radios in, so most people probably only see this one because that's just, I mean, that's the order you kind of end up naturally doing it in, but you can see it from any of the 4. You're also kind of locked in here. No, actually, I wonder how that works. Surely, are you forced to do Kikowani last? No, right? Because we saw it before. But when you finish Kikowani last, you're locked into this area. You can't leave. So I honestly have no idea how that works. Riddle me that one. Maybe I should have done that. Well, you know, maybe for later. Regardless, this is a bit of a little challenging section, actually, because there's like a chieftain here, and like, I think there's a Fear Rod chieftain here on Legendary, and there's also hunters, so, along with just a lot of dudes. But, I digress. That'll be it for this part. See you guys later.